Hi, I'm Gary Grant, and my lady Talesha and I are both with Heroic Life Strategies. Today, we want to pose a challenge to you. Now, before you stop this video, I know that these are rough times, and probably the thing you're thinking is, the last thing I need is another challenge. But you're going to want to stick this out, because this is a good kind of challenge. This is one of those kind of change your life kind of challenges, okay? While this is a hard time, and while this is challenging many of us, what we want to be focused on is coming out of the gate running. Coming out of the gate running. Why do we want to do that? Because while this is a season, all seasons have one thing in common. The one thing they have in common is all seasons eventually come to an end. What defines us is how we utilize that season. How that season is used in our lives, what we make of that season, and in turn, what that season makes of us. Now, a lot of people right now in the world, you know what they're doing? They're taking the season and their fear is causing them to hibernate. What do I mean by hibernate? They're digging a hole in the ground and they're waiting for the season to pass. That's what Talesha and I call getting through. Okay? It's get through kind of thinking. Meaning, I have this day in my life, I have this week in my life, but the only thing I start to say is I just got to get through it. I just got to get through this day. I just got to get through this week. And eventually you start to think, I got to get through this season. And get through thinking doesn't create any value at all. Get through thinking causes more fear. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to look at this as a time of get from. Okay? When we live from our deepest purpose, we start to look at that season as something that's a gift to us. Even the challenges, okay? We start to think, I want to get from this time. So the only way to really do that is coming back to this challenge we mentioned. I want to name this season, okay? And I challenge you all to do this too. My lady and I have done this for ourselves, and we want to put this at you too. If you do not name this season, by default, this season gets named coronavirus. That's how you remember it. Okay, no matter what happens tomorrow, no matter what happens next week, no matter what happens next year or months from now, this season, if you do not name it, will default to the name coronavirus. And who wants that? Okay, so you name this season instead. You don't let it be called the coronavirus season. You call it a season of courage. Or you call it a season of growth. Or maybe you need to call it a season of connection or deeper purpose or a season of love. But you call it, you name it, you create this foundation in your heart and you say, this is what this season is going to mean to me. I call this season blank. And that's what we're challenging you to do. To take that uncommon step and actually name this season. So do it. Have that courage to name this season. And in the comments below, tell us what you named this season. Inspire others, encourage others to do the same, to take that step. And there's your chance to leave the gate running, okay? We don't want to struggle through the finish line. We don't want this time to mean nothing between now and this challenge to be over. We want to get the most from this time and show who we are in our hearts. Talesha and I want to thank you. Thank you for watching this video. We want to thank all of the grocery workers, the medical workers, everyone in government that's doing their job, everyone in police, law enforcement that's helping out. There's so many people that are on our side, and what you can do is take this challenge. Thank you for being willing. Thank you for your courage. Be a hero.